Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on BeamNG Drive with some more racing of the flood. And Pega has already got the hazard lights on. There's gonna be some hazards. Yes, we are once again on the flood escape crater. It is It's a very cool map. We're starting from the bottom. We've gone back to the original route, racing up towards somewhere over here. Somewhere up there is a bridge. In fact, there it is. You can just see it all the way in the distance up there. That is our finish line. The floodwater is going to be rising while we are going to try and win. Now, the cars are based on the power-to-weight ratio. It's worked pretty well in the past. We hope it's going to continue. So our vehicles for this first round are two-wheel drive. They could be front or rear-wheel drive. There's a mixture of both. Have to be at 0.15 or around that number in terms of the power-to-weight ratio. So we've got things like in Pega's Caterham over here that's very light but doesn't have much power. And then we have things like Amy's Burnside that has a good chunk of power but is considerably heavier. I've gone for the more lightweight sports car approach. We're an ETK K-Series, like a classic K-Series. Rusky has a 200BX. Speedbeast has the wonderful Vertex in FailRace edition. Longbow has a Piccolina. Brazen is a Burger. Don't ask. I'm not Brazen! You've crashed into my car immediately. And Shadow's going to do some construction work on the run up the hill. Seems like all is good. We are going to reset our car because Brazen tried to steal my wing. My K-Series is a bit oversteery, is the kindest way to put it. I've tried to solve it with the world's smallest spoiler, and I don't think it's going to hold, but let's try. We will launch the cars off and underway. We get a better start than the very heavy Burnside. We actually get... So the Caterham is very, very light, but I think it only has about 80 horsepower, which is not much. Oh, God, for powering your way up a hill compared to a 200 horsepower K-Series. So we do beat the Caterham a little bit into turn one. My real concern, my car's handling is not the best. In fact, my real concern, I'll take it back, concerns the water. That water is, yeah, rapid. The water is very, very quick. I say very quick. One slip up and you're going to be in trouble. You have very limited time in terms of recovery. We are leading the pack. We have the Caterham behind. The Vertex is behind that. Everyone's been fairly neat and tidy so far. Can't look back too much. But yeah, it looks like we've all been quite neat and tidy. This is a nasty corner coming up here. We are through. And then this is another quite tight corner. Oh. BMW, behave yourself, or BMW-esque, I guess I should call it. Oh, Pega wants to go for an overtake, can't do it. Just see the nose of the Caterham there, thinking about it, but it doesn't match my top speed. It's better through the corners, but cannot match our top speed. Now, this is all very well and good. I think we've had quite a good run, so we're probably still ahead of the water for the moment. Shadow's found a place to go do the construction work and is out of the race. We're heading towards Brazen's house. Don't know whether it's going to have any visitors today. We are through. That's a lot of cars behind us. That's a real concern. I want to know where the cars are in relation to us because I want to know how brave I have to go. I mean, I can, again, see the water. We're quite good, actually, compared to the water. It is the Vertex now up into second. It's orange cars, 1 and 2. I mean, that's always good. Don't go too... I want to be flat over here, but I also don't want to have a crash. So I'm actually going to be a little bit cowardly. Speedbeast sent it and got away with it. There's a pothole coming up here that I do not want to hit. We know that's dangerous. I mean, a little sports car. Speedbeast wants to go for the dive bomb. I was not quite as confident of my car's ability through there, and Speedbeast has taken the lead of the race. We should have been braver. Still clear of the water, but we've got to bear in mind there's a long bridge where we don't gain any height coming up here, and the finish line is also flat, so we need to be quite a long way ahead of the water at this point. I'm still going slightly for the careful approach here. Oh, I say that as I lose the back end. Speedbeast, though, has had an even worse time than me. We've got a great run up here. We are going to go side by side. It's narrow and closing. We sneak the K-Series back through. Brazen is there in third, not far away, to try and pick up pieces if anything happens in our little battle. Mind the pothole. Big ditch for a little sports car to fall in, but we are still clear. Now, The choice is, do you take the conventional line or do you take the shortcut? From the lead, we are going to... Well, we got pushed into the shortcut. I mean, that's fine. Brazen will probably have gone the conventional line. Might actually overtake both of us, because my steering is broken, but Brazen couldn't. We were swerving all over the road with Breck's steering. We finished. Brazen finishes second. Longbow finishes third. Speed Beast wrecked their car, trying to push us into the bridge, and then Pega drowned on the bridge. Oh, oh, that's so unlucky. The finish line is there, where the bridge kind of texture ends and it goes uphill. That is the finish line. And Pega is there. That's so unlucky. Speed Beast should have been more patient. I was being a little bit cautious on the way into the bridge because I knew I had to... You can't go flat out because you'll just smack the outside wall, so we had to slow it down on that one. And Speed Beast was in a bit more of a hurry than we were, and pushing us in there, wrecked themselves and got stuck. Brazen almost had it. My car was so... Look, I had no control over where my car was going on the exit of that bridge. It was so heavily broken that... I was just trying to keep it vaguely facing the right way. So yeah, we kind of blocked Brazen accidentally on that one. Not much more I could have done through there because the car was out of control. But there we go. What a race. Speedies would have been great. It was a great fight between us and the Vertex. I played it a little bit safe. I could have been a little bit braver. I have been struggling with my car with oversteer, which is why I was playing a little bit safer. But I'll take it. I'll take it. It's a bit of a cheesy victory, but it is a victory nevertheless. We move on to our second round as much noise is occurring. The vehicles have got faster. We're up to 0.2 in terms of the power to weight ratio, but there was another rule added on here. All the vehicles must weigh 1,800 kilos or more, and they had to be all-wheel drive, although you'd probably want it to be that anyway. So we have some very silly vehicles. Pega has a double-decker car that's actually allowed to have a little bit of a head start, because it's very silly. AB has a Chariot, which is right on the minimum weight requirement. Longbow has a very big turbo truck. Brazen has a very big turbo truck. Shadow has a not quite as big turbo truck, but still. Rusky has a crazy crawler-based hopper thing. Speed Beast has an electric Vertex, and I have a Ute with a box in the back because I had to try and make up weight. God knows what's going to happen. The Cherry is quite fast accelerating, but quite unstable and fully over. What's going to happen here? Nobody is really sure. What we do know is when I start this countdown, Pega is just going to launch straight away because that car needs kind of all the help it can get. We will launch and follow the quick starting trucks and hope for the best, really, with the Ute. We are not crazy amount of power. We're one of the lighter vehicles, and at least the weight in mine is in the back, so I don't have too much in terms of stability issues. Although, being a Ute, I do have oversteer issues. Apparently, this is the day of the oversteer problems. Oh, Speed Beast is going to make a pass, stick on us there, and that's a brave pass. A good pass, but that's hella brave. If I'd got a bit more oversteer, I may well have murdered the Vertex without intending. And, well, we don't have a great track record when it comes to racing against Speed Beast. We have killed them quite a lot in various videos, but that time we didn't. We are coming up towards the double-decker now. Shadow's going to have an accident there. Yeah, I could see that one coming. It's so easy to understeer off that course, and that line is always dangerous. Speed Beast has overdriven the corner and slid into the... I think the tree stumps out there. The Vertex is gone. We're back up to fourth, but we are a long way behind the front cars, and I pushed it too hard. I pushed it too hard trying to make up time and just got understeer. Rusky is still going, and Pega has fallen over. Yeah, we were so far back, I was just desperately trying to make up time. It was a poor start. Oh, Amy's fallen over in front of the two turbo trucks. The Chariot recovers and carries on. Right, it's the battle for the lead. They're both bouncing around up here as Longbow has taken that lead. Now, what is going to be best suited to this next section? I think Longbow's truck has got stiffer suspension than the D series down here. This side by side. This is such a dangerous place to go side by side. Brazen has completed the move as there's still huge amounts of turbo noise going on. Now they're both bouncing around. There's a little bit of, you know, the desync when it comes to Beam multiplayer, so they're probably not rocking around that much on their suspension. Brazen's very sideways into the dirt corner. Is everything else gone? Everything else has fallen off. Amy has crashed out as well, although I was always going to struggle to beat the flood from back there. Now we head up towards the bridge. Brazen with a little bit of a lead here. It's got to get the braking zone right coming off of the bridge, and does. Nicely done. Maybe a little clip on the inside. Longbow also neatly done through there. They're both still going to have to push it. Yeah, even with Brazen having the lead here, still going to have to push that car hard to try and make sure you beat the floodwater as they bounce their way through this next section. Longbow is still going. Oh, I've gone through the map. Not very good. Piloting of the free cam. All right, we're towards the finish line. I think Brazen has got this if they don't crash into the bridge. They do not. They are onto the shortcut. Longbow flings the truck into the shortcut as well through there. Brazen is out the other side with a big slide. Longbow has made up some time here. Brazen will win. Oh, Longbow overshot the exit. Is it going to make it? Just. Longbow does. Brazen claims victory. The two big turbo trucks do the job. Brazen will win the second round. Lombard's actually got a very long way over there. Oh, and there we go. Well done. Yeah, I pushed too hard trying to catch. We had a bad start. We were stuck in fights, and I overdrove trying to catch. Considering we were a long way back, if I didn't overdrive, I was going to struggle to survive anyway. Yeah, just a bit of a poor start. And we struggled from there on. And Brazen, I guess, is king of the hill. That being said, Brazen has also got stuck on a tree. So I don't think anyone's really a winner of that particular duel. However, Brazen did beat the flood up the hill. We move on to our third round, and things have got faster and things have got scarier as well. The cars are now, well, and trucks are on slick tyres. The power-to-weight ratio is 0.3, and we are two-wheel drive again, and there's all sorts of wacky things. There's a widgeon that we're not expecting to survive. There's a sunburst with many hill climb bits. I'm driving a Bowlight, which I'm rather scared of, not going to lie. We've got Shadow with a K-Series Brazen with a truck, of course. Amy, the only front-wheel drive with a Comet in Pega, has a van, a very powerful van. Longbow has a fairly powerful ute as well, with the, you know, running with the back open for reasons. Yeah. I really don't know what's... oh, what's my camera doing? Well, apparently we're inside the car. I'm very scared of my Bowlight. It's very difficult to drive. It's quite fast. I've got the rally Bowlight because the plan was... well, the hope was that the suspension would be enough to survive the bumps. And it's not too bad. Oh, we're already stuck on the front of a van. That's not a good start for us. I'm in between the two of the heaviest vehicles on this. Shadow shed a sofa immediately. Yeah, we just couldn't get going off the line. Oh no, Shadow's in the mud on the outside, and that's stuck, and that's in trouble. Okay, I mean, we've got off the start line, but we have lost a fair bit of ground to the leaders. Oh, no, Amy, I don't need any help. Brazen's having a crash. That was why I was going a bit slow through. I saw the nameplate having an accident, and I wanted to have a lift because I wanted to make sure we didn't end up crashing into a falling truck. Wanted to see where it was going to end up. And also, slightly because I don't trust my car. The Bowlight is very difficult. It just wants to swap ends on you constantly. We had, in Pegas, hit the tree stumps. The van is in trouble. It might get going again, but it's a big crash. Speed Beast is out wide. Longbow is a little slow in front of us. Actually got a good run here, but it's so dicey trying to overtake it. I don't want to have an argument with a ute heading towards a narrow section. It's heavier than me. It will win. Longbow forgot about the dip. Has got away with it. Speed Beast having a big spin. It's us versus Longbow somehow up at the front, and we will sneak a pass on Longbow. It will promote us to the lead of the race. The thing is, even if we are playing this slow, we are actually playing this slow and steady wins the race card quite well at the moment. it's got us to the front of the pack, but if we can't beat the water, then we all still lose, kind of. Well, yeah, so far we're surviving. It's me and Longbow up ahead. I think Amy's not too far back with that cover. I mean, I want to be flat down here. I just don't trust my car on these jumps. Will Longbow send it with the ute? Doesn't look like it. Longbow also similar amount of speed over there. Pothole is up ahead. We will, because this is the section that really worries me. The Bowlight does not like the dirt. It's, ooh, big airtime for us through there. Well, that's better than I could have hoped for. I'm keeping it in a higher gear, trying to minimize some wheel spin a little bit. Out the other side, it is very close between me and Longbow. It seems like Amy may have made a mistake somewhere. Oh, Longbow wants to go. Longbow's put us round. Well. Don't think intentional. It could have been a little bit of lag as well. We are about to drown. Yeah, we're gone. We got put around on the bridge. Unfortunately, for us, not much I can do about that one. Not much we could have done. I think there may have been a little bit of lag, because sometimes we get that with the cars not quite appearing. It was the smallest of bumps, but that's all it takes. The Bowlight's so difficult to drive that all it takes is the littlest of taps, and we ended up pointing the wrong way. Will the ute make it? I think it's going to struggle. Oh, yeah, it's gone. It hit the wall on the way into the shortcut. Longbow's out anyway. There are no winners. There are no winners on this round. We got, to be honest, I got second with a Bowlight that was very difficult to drive. I honestly wasn't even expecting that. So the fact that we were in the fight for as long as we were, I'm pretty happy with. Yeah, we tried. We tried as best we could. But yeah, the Bowlight just could not make up the speed. I just didn't have the confidence to make up the speed in that car. Longbow was running out of time and had to chuck it at the bridge. And that was the end of that. But yeah, I mean, we did quite well up until that point. I think about as well as we could. About as well as we could. It would have been very close. If we ignore the contact, it would have been very, very close with us making it to the end. We might have been able to do it, but it would have been. It'd have to have been absolutely perfect at that point. But yeah, considering such a terrible start, it's, yeah, actually wasn't as bad as it could have been for the silly Bowlight. We move into our final round, and things have got very silly. Yes, we've got up to 0.6 in terms of the power-to-weight ratio, so these are some serious monsters. They are pretty much all all-wheel drive. They're all on big, slick tyres. I have, of course, got the world's noisiest Bastion. Again, I have 1,200 horsepower in a car that weighs 2 tons. We've got the Wendover has 1,000 horsepower. The Vertex has 800 or 900. The Chariot has 700, I think. There's just lots of unbelievably powerful vehicles going on. Of course, incredibly powerful, incredibly difficult to control. Shadows is basically just a chassis. Yeah. This is bad. These are by far and away the fastest cars we've ever driven up here. The plan is my Bastion will have the control to do this. And the Bastion suspension's been good on this map in the past. No, the Chariot with a hell of a launch. Although it's run out of power now, and unfortunately, right, slow down in front of us. Yeah, so the Chariot with a monster launch, but got some lag going on for the Chariot. We're a little bit stuck with the car on the outside. Didn't want to put Amy in the wall, but yeah, car's got a little bit connected. Either way, we are through all of that. I'm just being a little bit careful here at the moment. Oh, God, get it through the rocks, and then hopefully you can open up the taps of the Bastion later on in the run. Speed Beast leads with that Vertex hill climb car. Brazen with the very powerful Wendover is second. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. Can't recover that. We're gone. Put a wheel on the dirt and I just couldn't get it back. That's really annoying. It's really frustrating. Longbow may have hit a tree and damaged something through there. Yeah, I didn't even think I was pushing it that hard. I lost the back end and couldn't recover. Amy's hit a bump. Does very well to save that. They're a long way back, though. The water is going to get them at that point. Speed Beast is leading the way with that Vertex. Brazen is trying desperately to chase down with the Wendover. but is a little bit too far back. Amy and Lombo and Shadow are all still very, very close together, but it's not going to matter. Lombo's car looks like it's all sorts of broken. I think the water is going to get the better of them. In no time, it's desperately close. Speedbeast has got a pretty good gap back to Brazen, who has crashed. Brazen is out. Brazen's had an issue somewhere, had an accident somewhere that we didn't see. I mean, Speedbeast is well clear of this floodwater. Amy is very sideways, heading up towards the dirt. Longbow is onto the dirt now, is out wide through there. Brazen trying to make up some of that lost time. I don't think any of these cars are going to make it. Amy might make it across the bridge. Oh, Lombo and Brazen have got connected. They've got together. They've got in trouble. There's a big bump. They know they've got to push it, and none can make it off the bridge. Amy is up to second, does make it off of the bridge. Is still going, but it's an only just sort of a thing. Speedbeast is slowly onto the bridge, which, to be honest, is the way to go. It's a big lead. It is a safe lead. And a little bit sketchy coming off of there, but Speedbeast is across the line and takes victory. Amy did not make it up the hill. Amy ended up in a tree and upside down with the 800 Series U. And there we go. That is that. Speedbeast will be victorious in this one. The Vertex Hill Climb car was the way to go. I'm frustrated. We didn't have a great start, but we were kind of there or thereabouts. But just a little wide, a little wheel on the dirt, and that was all it took. It's just the second it gets caught out, the second it gets in trouble, it was just such a narrow point of the circuit to try and recover. That yeah, off we went. Unfortunate for the Bastion. I agree with Brazen. Yeah, I ran out of talent as well. Yeah, Bastion, I think it was a good choice for this. Maybe just a little too heavy. Maybe just a smidge too heavy for all of this. Let it down. But there we go. The Vertex is broken and upside down. And there we have it. Well, the flood, always good fun. Always an exciting, exciting racing. Mixed fortunes for me this time. I've done better. I have done better. We won with the K series, but yeah, I've had better races, it is safe to say. But there we go. That's the way it goes sometimes. And that will indeed be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching as the Vertex celebrates by almost drowning itself. Yeah. Thank you all very much for watching. Until next time, goodbye.